What's up, everyone? This is Kruxn, and today we are playing something a little different than what we have in the past, which I kind of had a hiatus from playing recently. But today we are playing Satisfactory. This is an alpha game right now. It's approaching open alpha, and they opened up the game to everyone. They've been under strict NDAs for quite a while now. But they opened up a weekend to pretty much everyone who was trying to get an alpha key. They opened it up for the weekend. They lifted the NDA. Once the weekend ends, the people who were in the alpha will continue to be able to play, and they're going to be going into an open alpha, and the game is looking really good though. So we're going to play this today. Like I said, been away for a while. It's a little different than our previous games, but we're going to jump right in. This game is really cool. If you've been following it at all, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what game this is very similar to like a Factorio based game. It's a factory builder. And that's pretty much the core of it. You optimize a factory, you try to make it as efficient as possible as you gather resources, build different items on a assembly line, and it has a lot of interesting elements to it. So if you liked Factorio, this is a great game. If you never heard of Factorio, this is still a great game to kind of jump into. It's not quite a survival game, but it is very much a builder game. And this is kind of a new take on it, being in first person. So I'm going to jump right into this. Super excited about this. I did jump into a game already and played around a little bit, so didn't get very far. I wanted to jump right in and kind of share a little bit of my experiences with you guys and kind of get you started in the game. So we're landing on the planet here. This is a pretty sweet intro series, so they're just kind of filling us in on what's going on, what our objective is here on the planet.
Remember, efficiency first.
Yeah, efficiency first. Don't worry about safety. It's all about the efficiencies. Alright, so gonna jump right in, see what we got going on here. Like I said, I've kind of poked around the game once already, but I'm not sure if each time you start, if it puts you in the same place. It does not look like it. It kind of looks like it moves you around a little bit. Kind of keeps things unique. So we're just going to kind of go through and follow some of the quests that it's trying to give. So yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm just going to run around really quick and start kind of collecting some of the materials I know I'm going to be needing. So I can collect all this organic material. This is going to be fuel for my factory for quite a while. I do believe later on you could get things like coal to automate the process, but at the beginning your primary resource is organic. You can see I'm grabbing leaves mostly, some wood items, and you'll see some of the alien fruits and nuts you'll see me grab as well. Same with these petals. They have a use later, but we don't have to get into that now. They have different purposes, but mainly I'm grabbing the organic material that's going to be powering. Alright, so we're going to run back over here. We're going to just start knocking out some of these quests, and we're going to get into our factory building. So we're going to hold left, going to dismantle this sucker here. We do not need that anymore. Got our inventory, going to equip. This is your primary defense tool. That's pretty much its only purpose. There are some alien life forms that will hurt you, so we're going to just scan here for some ore and locate that. That's where we're going to want to kind of start our base off. So we have some nice locations, and right now that's the only resource we could scan, so we can't really, I mean, we could run around and look at what's going on. We'll just pick this one. This one's good. But you could run around and you could identify resources yourself, but this is the only one we could scan for at the moment. So I can see resources over here. Now, one thing that you want to be aware of, wow, this is actually, I've never seen this creature before. Yeah, even when I played before, I did not see this before. Usually when you get rid of a creature, it leaves something you could pick up. I don't know if I missed it, because technically it fell over here. Yeah, well, that's the first time. I only got rid of it because, you know, it drops a resource for you as well. But anyways, usually when you come up to these resource beds, there's usually a hostile creature. So this is probably the first time I've seen it one without a creature defending it, unless I guess we could call that little bird that didn't really do anything. Now when you come up to a resource station, now these, as far as I know, are harmless, but when you come up to a resource bed like this, you can go up to it. And you can see you can start collecting from it. Now this one is pretty simple. This is a really small resource bed. Other ones, the whole area you could kind of collect. So it's not super clear that you want to remove the big rock here, because eventually when you put a finery on this, you need to get rid of this big rock to be able to put anything on it. So actually, this is the quartz anyway. So I'm looking for the iron. So my scan went away, so I'm just going to redo the scan here. Make sure I'm going to the right location. Yep, they're right over here. But you do want to remove that initial creature. There we go. See, there's the creature I was talking about. But you do want to remove that rock so later you could actually put your refinery on it. So this guy is going to try to take us out here. There we go. I lost him. There he comes. And there's the object I was looking for that we could collect. There's some use for it later, but no real use right now. But see, this is what I'm talking about. It's not really clear what you should do, so you could come up here and start collecting some of your initial resources that you'll need for your factory. But what you really want to do is get these out of the way too. Later on, you need to get rid of them. You don't need to get rid of them right now, but it's useful to get rid of it now. So we're going to get rid of this right away. That's a big one. There we go. As you can see, I have a second resource over there as well. And actually, now I'm looking at it, I'm it looks like I'm in the same spot I was in when I initially started playing the game, just to kind of get a feel of it. So it is the same world. It's not a random gen or anything like that. And it might have started me, I can't recall, it might have started me in a new location. Get rid of all these annoying pop-ups. I ended up in the same spot anyways, but that's okay. It's a pretty nice spot. So we're going to continue knocking out some of these, just the quest line here. So you can see the next thing you want to do is get your hub going. This is kind of going to be the main point of action. You're going to be returning to this building quite a bit. It's your hub. Everything happens from here. You do all your upgrades from here. So we're just gonna, I'm not too worried about making this look like my last base or anything, because that wasn't anything pretty as I ran through it really quick. So I'm just gonna plop this down over here. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so this is your initial hub. Very tiny, but we're going to be upgrading this. And this is going to be our main place to visit. You can see another nice creature off in the distance there. That one's pretty harmless too. Alright, so what do we got next here? We have some more pop-ups going on here. Alright, so we got our hub going. That's one of our main base, our main building points. You could also manually create a lot of the items you're going to need and different things like that. So my next one is upgrade the hub and craft parts at the craft bench. So this is the actual hub unit right here, and this is the craft bench where you could craft kind of your items here. So we're first going to visit the hub, take a look at where we're at. So we're in tier 0. In alpha, it only gives you up to tier 3. And then they kind of locked everything else that they'll open up in open beta, which is going to be a paid for thing as they get to full game. But so to upgrade my hub, this shows me the items that's going to open up to me. So you can see my next resource is going to be copper. Alright, so we're going to select this milestone, and it's showing me I need 10 iron rods. So we're going to go ahead and start crafting those. I do have some ingots, so I'm just going to go ahead and get those ingots put together, and then I could turn those into iron rods. And all I need is 10, so we're good there. And you can see in the right there is my inventory, which we're going to clear out in a minute. But we're going to just get our hub rolling here, and you can see the hub instantly upgrades. So big improvement. Got a box over here now. So get rid of some of these items I know I
You
don't
have
need
unlocked
right
Hub
away.
feature biomass generator. Hub feature
Yeah.
personal storage. Scanner feature
Don't really
copper.
need these.
New
Yeah,
equipment,
yeah, I'll
buildings,
need
and blueprints,
these.
which can be found in the
Don't need those for a
workshop
bit.
when
I'll just throw them in
built,
there.
build menu, and craft bench respectively.
Alright. And you could sort that too, it's
Sixth
easier.
objective. Hub
Alright, so we're
upgrade,
well on our way.
construction.
Just
Note. Connect
clear off our
buildings
base
to
here
a
a little bit.
generator for power. Note. Buildings such as
Alright,
the
so it's
smelter
filling me
require
in
a
on a lot
blueprint
of the information. I'm just going to jump to the next thing. So now it wants me to discover my next resource. So I have the ability to scan for copper now. So we're going to locate the nearest copper source. So it looks like we have one pretty far that way. We have one pretty close this way. So we're going to run and just kind of establish over here. Now, because I have to run way over here and my hub's over there, I'm going to try to make sure I grab enough copper so I don't have to run out here too often. But obviously, I want to get going. And of course, I'm going to keep grabbing organic resources as I go. Now again, with the copper nodes as well, there's usually a hostile creature, so we want to watch out for him. He'll mess you up. Ooh, he almost got me there. Ooh. There we go. Got me a little bit there. And again, I'm just gonna remove this big rock, just get out of the way, because I know I need to get rid of it eventually. Anyways, this is my closest copper ore, so I know I'm gonna kind of utilize it later on. And then I'm just gonna collect some more because I do not want to keep running out here. It's not very efficient. I'm gonna try to make the best use of my time and get this rolling. But my next thing is build equipment workshop where I could craft additional items, which is extremely useful. So we'll get that in a second. Equipped portable miner. So that's the first item I'm going to create in the equipment workshop is the portable miner. And then I'm going to build smelters to help automate the process. So I can manually smelt it, but building the actual buildings to do the work for me is far quicker. And then also I'm going to show you how to, the next quest there is biomass burner for power supply. So we're going to get that hooked up so we can get ready for our power. And once again, that power source is this organic matter. So we're going to keep everywhere you run, you're just going to scoop up whatever you can. It's not critical for you to grab it all right away, but as you're kind of going back and forth, it's good to kind of scoop it up. All right. So we're going to come back here. We're going to check out what we need for our workshop. So you can see in the middle of my screen, I need some plates and I need some more of those rods. So we're going to go ahead and see if we could put those together. So again, I have to manually put together my ingots. Let's see. Actually, I could just set this to my to-do list so I can see how much I need for that. So I need 6 iron plates, so we're good there. There's my 6 iron plates. I need some more rods. Get some more ingots going for the rods. It really doesn't matter if you over create here. Obviously, you're going to need a ton of all these resources anyways as you start creating and building more advanced things. So do not try to be perfect on how many items you need. All right, actually I made more plates. I didn't need the plates. Oops. That's all right. We'll just go grab some more ore over here. There we go. That should do it. Very quickly, we'll get some better automation for gathering ore. Everything you do in this game is to make, the first time you're doing stuff, it's not very efficient, but everything in this game is about making things more efficient, including, how you lay out your factory, which is kind of where the expertise comes in. But everything you do is, first you need a certain item, and you start collecting that item, and then you start efficiently manufacturing it, and you move on from there. Alright, so we could put in our workbench. So let's see, let's find a good place for that. Rotate this. I don't know. Don't like how it's so much lower put it? Yeah, why not? We'll put it over here. Keep it close to the hub. That looks good. Alright, and then in the workshop, like I said, you could build some of your items here, and this is the first item we're going to build right here. So we need to make some wire. That's actually copper wire. And we also need to make some cable, which is copper as well. So we're going to go back to our crafting table. We're going to go ahead and start producing that. Now I know I need most of this anyway, so I'm going to just take a second and produce a lot of this copper ingot, because I need a lot of it anyways as we start constructing our factory. But first we have to get our flow of raw materials going. Alright, that's good for now. A bunch of this. A bunch of the cable. Cable's also used for electricity, so you really can't go wrong in having a surplus of the cables. So come back over here, build. I'm going to build a couple of these because I know I'm going to want them. Alright, I probably will eventually make a couple more even. Alright, so we're going to get these guys rolling right away. So you just need to come over to your resource. This is the most annoying part. I hate how you have to sit here and put it in your hand, and then go back to put your weapon back in your hand. It seems a little redundant to do it that way, but that's how it is. So once this guy sets up like a crazy little robotic spider, it's going to start drilling in, and it's going to be automatically producing your ore. Now, it only, like most of the buildings and objects in the game, it has a limit on what it could hold. These hold a limit of 100, so you want to make sure you're visiting these guys. Let's better look at those crazy fat ticks with legs walking around. But you can just come in here and collect them every so often, so it keeps doing its work. We're going to go ahead and run over to our copper as well. Take a look at this guy. These guys are really fast, so I've never taken one down. You pretty much zap them and they take off. So they're pretty harmless. They look a lot scarier than they are. But we're going to run up here so we can get our copper going as well. So again, throw it in your hand, throw it on the ground. It's going to open up. Crazy little spider. We're good to go. It starts getting the copper right away. So we're going to grab what it has and get back to work. It'll do its thing over here. You don't need to worry about staying so close to it or anything like that. It's gonna do its work for you no matter where you're at. Like I said, there is a limit to it, so make sure you're visiting it once in a while or as you need resources. Alright, so now we want to see what we need to do to start building our smelters so that we could start putting the ore together. So as you can see, I just need some wire for that. So I'm going to go ahead and make some more wires. There we go. That should be good for now. Alright, so a smelter. Now, ultimately, we are going to have some refineries on top of these. So they take up a little space. So I'm not worried about making this too efficient right now. So I'm kind of just getting my factory going. I don't pretend to be any expert. Plus, it's just a limited amount of time. I'd like to get through as much of the content so I could kind of experience everything it has, because there's, even in what they have in the game, even though they're limiting it, it's still revealing some stuff that I didn't even know was going to be in the game. I've loosely followed the forums and then kind of what they've put out in videos and things like that. They actually added quite a bit of stuff that they didn't even tell people about. So we're actually gonna just go ahead and put in our another we'll hold off on that because smelters do need power. So we're gonna go ahead and get power going. Now your power source is back here. So this is at the back end of your hub. So your power source is back here, and this thing takes in raw materials. Eventually, actually, am I able to create the biomass out of it yet? Oops, wrong location. No, that's right location. So yeah, I can't make the biomass. That's fine. I'm just gonna throw my leaves in there. It's gonna do its thing, and that's gonna be fine. It's not gonna use up anything until it's actually pulling energy out of it, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, using it. Even though it looks like it's doing something, it's really not using up any of your resources to actually get the power going. So we're gonna go ahead and set up the power. And actually, I'm not gonna set up the line straight to there because I'm gonna need additional power sources. So I do want to set up one of these towers if I can, but I need concrete for that, which technically we have not started looking at. I really don't want to get the concrete right this moment. So I guess for this, for now, we'll go ahead and just set it up. That's fine. Because it's very easy to just take these away and redo it. It's not too much worry. So we have our refinery working here. We're going to go ahead and set this one for iron. I could probably make a second one and just do my copper, but I don't need a whole lot of copper right now, so it's not too much of an issue. So we'll go ahead and throw our iron in it. It starts right away. It starts producing those ingots. Now it does have your endpoint here, which I had it facing over here, because eventually I will have some refineries pumping raw materials into it, and then I have an exit point here. So as it's producing those ingots, I can send it to the next point in my factory, which doesn't go anywhere right now. So right now it just produces what I need it to produce. Alright. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the next point. So this is everything we get next. This is where I unlock my concrete. So I could start building those towers I wanted to build, like the power pole and things like that. So we're going to see what we need to do here. As you can see, we almost have the materials. We're actually, we just need some plates. So we're going to set the milestone so it kind of tracks that for us. And we're just going to make this happen here. Actually, I'm going to throw in my materials while I'm here. So I'll throw in the plates I do have. I'll throw in all the poles I need, and then all the wire I need as well. And we just need the plates. And I have some on me. So actually, no, we got close, but not quite enough. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some more raw material, or I'm sorry, some of the ingots, the processed ingots that we could turn into plates. All right. Plates, there we go. And then boom, just like that, we're on to our next upgrade. And as you can see, this was another significant upgrade to our building. Much larger. That's a lot going on.
You have unlocked scanner stone.
And we're going to set this to 3. This is what I get next for 3. So I start looking at my conveyor belts. This is where your factory really starts taking form. That's also when we could start doing our biomass material, which is much more efficient than just raw leaves and wood and things like that.
Constructors are capable of constructing copious parts, of which only one.
Alright, so what do you want to do? Build constructors to automate production of simple parts. I definitely am going to get that going. I delayed on doing that too long, and you spend a lot of time manually doing stuff. So we're going to get a line of that going as soon as possible. Expand your production to upgrade faster. Build power poles to extend your power grid. Power grid is real. You want to manage it appropriately, or your whole factory will shut down. So next we're gonna see what we need for a constructor. So we're going to track it. I don't believe we have the materials on us. So we need the cables, and we need reinforced iron plates. That's one thing you want to try to get producing as fast as possible, just because it kind of saves you some time, because it's kind of a pain to produce the reinforced iron plates, just because to make them you need screws, and you need plates to make the screws. You need the poles to make, or the rods to make the rods. You need the plates, more plates, and to make the plates you need the ingots. So kind of getting your factory going to automatically do this is the goal, because it does take time if you're doing it all manually. So we're going to create a bunch of them. Let's see, we need more plates. Alright, so we're going to run over here. See, you can see this stopped working because it maxed out. I should have taken this out sooner. Pull those out. Throw them in here. There we go. And we're going to go check out limestone and get that going as well. And I do not have another miner on me, so we're going to build that before we run out there, because it's going to make our life a whole lot easier. Alright, so we could only build one more at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So the closest one is right over here. Again, you can see it has a beast out there. I believe there's another beast over there too, because there's another, I see another node. So we're going to have to watch out for that. Ooh, that was close. There we go. I don't see any others at the moment, so I think we're in the clear. And we're just going to get that going right away. And I do need to grab some while we're out here. So we're just going to gather some resources real quick, let that do its thing for a moment. So we're going to need a lot of this going, just so you don't have to keep running out and getting it. Always be collecting it. Right. Head this way. There he is. They always seem to line up before they charge, so you don't have to be too worried when you first see them noticing you, but they will hit you pretty hard if you don't do anything about it. Okay, so this is actually copper right here. That's interesting. This is a really small one though. The bigger they are, the more efficient they are, so I still like that we have our bigger one down the way a little bit. Grab this again, and we're gonna head back to the base. We'll have to run back out here, but luckily you don't need a whole lot of limestone at the beginning here. Grab some of these woods. Pretty much anything that lights up on your screen, you want to just go ahead and collect it. That fruit I just grabbed could actually heal me, and I did get hit by one of those creatures a little bit ago. These will heal you too. I like to try to save them because you can use them for research later. And I'm not quite sure what that ultimately leads to, because I have not gotten that far. I have not played too much of this yet. But I'm going to try to save them so I could use them for research right away when I get there. If I have a surplus of them, I can always use them. I could always use them to heal myself. But so far we're doing pretty good, avoiding taking too much damage. You can see your inventory is pretty small here. That gets unlocked as we go. If you haven't noticed already, some of these hub upgrades does include an additional inventory spot, and that continues on with a lot of the upgrades. So we're going to unload some of the stuff we don't need immediately. So, yeah, that's pretty good for now. We are not tracking this, so let's start tracking this. So we can actually get pretty close to getting that set up. I like to advance this as much as possible. We're gonna get our factory automation going quicker once we get through some of these first hub upgrades. So let's just need 75 plates, so we're a little short of that right now. We got the cables we need. We have enough for the no, we're a little short on the concretes too. And then we need quite a bit more for the reinforced plates. So we're going to try to get some. Okay, we got the reinforced plates, so we're just going to go throw that in right now. So it's out of my inventory. So we have those. We just need the plates. And we still need, what was it? Concrete. We do need to run back out there already because we do not have enough to make the concrete. We're a little short there. We'll go ahead and make the concrete right now. But we're a little short. And then the cables. Let's make those cables. What are we at with the plates? Because we had to use some plates for the reinforced. So we're back down to 39. Alright, so let's just run out and get our stone real quick. Grab some materials. go too far? Yeah, it's right over here. Alright, you can take fall damage, so you want to be a little careful. There's some big drops in this game, so definitely keep an eye out. Alright, so we have quite a bit now, so we should be good for a little bit longer this time. Just run back real quick. Now eventually there's different vehicles in this game as well that helps make travel time easier. Some of the sneak peek videos that the game designers have done have revealed automation with the vehicles as well, which is really cool. I am not 100% sure if there's vehicles in this open alpha right now. So I am really curious to get that far and see if I could ride around some of the vehicles. They did say definitely the train is not going to be in the game for a little bit, but some of the other vehicles very well might be in even this access right here. Oh, that's my copper. I could switch this over to copper and start doing copper for me if I wanted to, but I'm going to leave it as iron for now. I'm not really bothered. I'll get my copper going soon enough. Alright, so let's finish off this concrete. Got our concrete, and then we need our plates. Are we going to be a little short on the plates? I think we're good. Yeah, we're going to be good. Look at that. Just enough. Just enough. So throw those in there, throw them in there, throw them in there. And just like that, we're up to 3. This is super quick, super easy, very painless. And we're going to actually get a factory going now.
Congratulations. You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu.
And my next
and
upgrade is
Workbench,
actually my miner, so that's actually a critical one for me too. I don't like running out to my portable miner. I want it to happen automatically. So the next hub is actually really important as well. But at least we could get some. We could at least get some additional
Caution. Overloading the power network
automation going on. So we're gonna get going here. Alright, so build conveyor belts, just connect buildings. Buildings have inputs, outputs, we saw that. Craft our biomass, yes, so we're going to do that right away as well. So I could do biomass, it's far more efficient for power, so I really wanted to get up to that. I hate collecting materials knowing that there's a better use of them. So we're going to do that. We have a whole bunch. It goes pretty quick, but we have a whole bunch. And then we're going to go to the back of our hub here, and we're just going to upgrade this. These could hold 200, so we're good there. So if you try to put more in, and as you can see, it's going down much slower because it's much more efficient. And then it tells you your power source, your power output. So right now we're not actually using any power, probably. We're using very low compared to our capacity. Might not be using any at all if this is already filled. It shouldn't be. Maybe it's not doing, yeah, it's not doing anything because I haven't put any more ore in it. So that's why it's not showing any output. So this is what I'm talking about. I hate manually swapping these. So throw that in there. Then I'll show you the display again really quick. So you can see my consumption and my production went back up. My capacity is quite high as well. So we still have some time before things break. Plus, as my hub gets bigger, I'll get another unit right there as well, which is super helpful. And then eventually I could build additional buildings to process, to create power for myself. So we have that going. That biomass is gonna last us quite a bit. And I'll be able to upgrade the biomass later as well. So we're going to throw these in there, don't need that, and we'll just hold on to these for now. And then we should be able to upgrade our hub pretty quickly, but we want to get some of our construction going here. We've put it off long enough. So that's right, our constructor, so we just need some reinforced plates. So we need some more screws, we need some more plates. We don't have any of our materials, so let's go collect that real quick. Sorry for that jump in time. So let's finish up our reinforced plates here. Alright, we're gonna need some more of our ingots. And it's running low, so before this stops going, we'll go ahead and refill it. We're really close on getting our automation up. There's probably a little too much delay for me before it really makes sense to start having the automation, but it's good to get it going earlier. We just didn't really do it in this case. Okay, look at some of the rods, which we use for screws. We just need 3 plates, so that's more than enough. Alright. And then we need... Yeah, no, we're good. So we're going to go ahead and build our constructor. Now again, this has an in point and out point, so we're going to kind of put it over here where we know it's going to make sense, because we're going to have it kind of going off of that. So we'll just put a little space in there. This is probably not most efficient, because later on you kind of want some splitters going on, but right now we're just going to create a pretty linear process. And then to connect them with conveyor belts, it's as easy as that. Oh, I can't afford it. I am just short of what I need. Just need a couple more plates. But this, there we go. Alright, so that's our constructor. We'll probably just have this create our plates for now, maybe. Plates aren't too bad. Maybe we'll have this try to start working up towards making our reinforced iron for us, and then it'll be making all the materials in between. I could always set up something else for just the plates later. But let's get this connected. So it's connected. So that's powered. So now it's pumping out the ingots. So instead of stacking up in here, it's just releasing them out the front. But as you can see, it has nowhere to go, so it's going to start building them up again in there. But we're going to start making some use of them here. So let's see. Producing iron plates. Like I said, I think we're going to build the rods instead, and I'll just do the plates manually for now. Alright, so that's good to go. We do have to get it power. So we're going to go ahead and build our power station, which once again I am just a little short of materials. I need, what is that, wire, something or another. Good here. As you can see, it becomes a process doing everything manually. Go through here. The very thing we're trying to automate. I have to create a few more. Alright, so I have to run. You could also pull your materials right off the belt, so if you see what you need, you could just grab it there, or you come in here and pull it off in bulk, if it's in there, depending on how your factory is set up. Alright. Alright, so I'm not too concerned with what's going on here, so we're good there. We are going to remove this line, and then we're going to connect from this to here. You can only have 4 connections, so we just use 1 to hook it up with the power source. Then we're going to connect from here to that one, here to that one, and then we have 1 more connection, which would probably be an additional tower, so we could move our power around our base. So as you can see, this is now powered as well, and it is creating those rods for us, and you can pull them right out of here. The next thing we would make is probably send it off to turn into screws as well, getting us closer to just being able to produce our reinforced iron plates. But we do have to get some more technology before we get to that point. So we're just going to load this up with some more ore, because that has stopped working. Alright, so there's some automation going. We got we're throwing in our ore manually, but then it's creating ingots, and then it's creating our rods right over there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our next hub upgrade because we need it desperately. So what do we have going on? Let's start throwing in what we do have. So we have some plates, not very many. We have some rods. Those are being made quicker. We could go get our concrete. That won't be too much trouble. We need some cables. I believe we could do some cables now. Alright, not quite what I needed, but we have all the materials here, so we're good to go. We could hold off on a trip to our copper ore at the moment. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so we just need the rods, quite a few plates as well, which we do have to create manually, and then the concrete. Actually, we do have some concrete. It's gonna be just short anyways. So let's just run and get that real quick. Grab some of this fruit over here. I think I ran too far again. Yep, way over there. Oh, sweet, didn't take any fall damage. Eventually, there might be some options to make this easier to get back up there, because right now I run all the way around. There are some technologies that I saw but have not gotten a chance to play with yet, but some jump pads and different things like that could speed up my trip. I could just hop right back up there. You could also build ramps and things like that, so you have a path going right up there. I lost my base for a second. It just kind of disappeared. I think it moved. That's alright. Grab some more of this. If you really wanted to, use your belts as transportation, but not super efficient. But it's pretty cool. It moves you just like it moves all the ore as well. Alright, so we got our concrete. We have no other use for the stones. We're just going to make all the concrete right now, because we're going to need plenty of more concrete anyways. So throw our concrete in. Grab some raw ore so that we can make the plates ourselves. And then we're going to grab the rods and see how many we got of those. Sweet, 50. It's not too shabby. Over here, actually, we'll throw in what we have. Alright, so we're just a little short. So those are being created for us, so we're good there. But we need to create 90 of the plates ourselves. And actually, I could have pulled these off of the conveyor belt or out of the smelter, but it's okay. We'll save those for the rods. As you can see, this is a process. I need to make a lot of these iron plates, so I chose which one I wanted. Obviously, I probably should just set up another smelter and another constructor to put these together for me. And I want to say I'm too lazy to do that, but obviously I'm paying for it this way. Just gonna, well, that is empty, so that's not even doing anything. As you can see, we're already running out of materials. Really, it would be more efficient if I had a couple of these running, so I could just run over here and grab out of 2 of them. So as you can see, my production is being slowed because the materials just are not there. I did not set up very efficiently for this at all. So hopefully I have a decent amount of rods over there. We could see what it'll take to quickly put together another portable miner. I could definitely make use of it. So let's see if we could put one of those together real quick. There we go. One more is good for now. Once I get a refinery over here, I can move one of these over. You do need to utilize these for the refinery, which kind of seems silly to me, but that's okay. You can also come over here and just mine it yourself, but we are not going to do that. We'll just throw this down, and it's just going to do the exact same thing. So obviously you get a bunch of them, but it's going to be far more efficient really soon when we get the the refineries going. And that we will prioritize. So I'm going to throw these ingots in here so that that gets back to work. Alright, but we have a good amount of the rods, so throw that in there. Throw my plates in there. Alright, so we are doing pretty good. So we're definitely going to need those later, so I'm not going to pull anything back out of that. Over here and just collect what I can. Once we get this hub upgraded, we'll get some more automation going, because yeah, I'm wasting a lot of time here. This is where it would be far more useful to plan out and prioritize what you need. There we go. Just 11 more plates. We need more like 53 more plates. So you can see how this process is really starting to drag. And I want to think about it. Make sure I get this back in my hand before I go running off in the world weaponless. That ran out of ore already, but we have other uses for this ore right now. Now, if I didn't want to sit here and smelt this myself, I could go in here. I could throw my ore in, and instead of letting it get turned into rods over here, I could turn this off and say, hey, I'm good on rods. So the ingots are still going to come down the line, but they are going to stop right at the entrance here. I cannot pull that one out. I can't even reach that one, but I can pull these, but might as well just leave them where they are. And they're going to start building up in here once the conveyor belt gets filled up. So then I can just start pulling them out of here. So if I wanted to be lazy, I could do that, which I do have. I'll let those pile up there for now. That's fine. I can grab some more out of here. But that would be a strategy you could do as well if you knew you didn't need any more of a certain item on the belt and you wanted to just let it kind of stockpile some materials for you. But this is going to be easier for us to do this, and it's also doing some right now automatically, so essentially I'm doing it and the machine's doing it, so that is somewhat of an improvement in our situation. So let's see what the machine did for us. Not too bad. This Alright, I think this should be just about it. No, just a few more. Alright. Throw these in. Everything looks good. Oh, we are missing just 3 plates. Yeah, we should have. Yeah. That pretty much ran out as well. Alright, now we're good. Get these ingots. Get a few plates. Throw them into the hub. Now we're good. Another nice upgrade to the hub. Just like that, we kind of have our living quarters kind of coming into its own.
You have unlocked hub feature, additional biomass generator. New buildings, which can be found in the build
Got some
menu.
additional biomass that we could put together, so we could make
hub
use of our
upgrade,
wood now
molecular
as
analysis.
well. So we're just
Note,
gonna go ahead
to
and
ensure full
process that. We
mastery
don't
of
really need
skills
the
and
wood for
equipment,
anything
I have been
else.
asked to not interfere with this last objective.
And we have
Good
our
luck.
hub 3, so we're gonna just track that milestone. We're not gonna work on it immediately, just because we have a lot of other great uses of our time. So let's clean up. Don't really need that right now. Ah, that's right. We do have our second source of power back here. We're not going to hook it up quite yet. We don't really need it. This thing is also not doing anything for us. We don't need anything else in here yet. Maybe more portable miners, but soon we'll start adding additional elements there. So some things that we did unlock. So we are getting like some of our base features, walls, things to help us build up. storage container to help hold units. Probably not going to make use of that for a while. Got some of those ramps we were talking about earlier, as well as foundations. Again, help us kind of build more vertical buildings. Then we also have conveyor pole. I think we had that already. The power, we already had that. And then production line, we have our mining. So this is the one we really want to get rolling. So we're just going to get this. So we added that over here so we can kind of track it. It does need a portable miners. So we do need to pick those up so that we could build this. And as you can see, it needs 2 portable miners to build the miner kit. So we have the iron rods we need, we have the concrete we need, so actually we are good to go with that. So let's just get that happening. Now you can just pick these up. You're gonna get the resource that's in them as long as you have inventory room. If you don't, just kind of drops them into a container for you. But this is where we're gonna build our node. Or build our miner kit. So as you can see, I could build it right on top of that node where that stone was. So this is already pointing in the direction I want it to. As you can see, it's outsourced. I want it to go right into our system over there. As you can see, it's not really clear. Originally, I thought you kind of build it over the big rock and it mines off of that. So it wasn't clear that you have to remove it. So it took me a little bit to figure that one out originally. But we're good to go here. We're going to see if we have our resources to set that up. Nope. We are short the plates. Plates are very important. That's why I was debating between making this plates or not. Actually, we're going to turn this back on. We want to get this hooked up right away. Now we can only build. Oops. We can only build off of this one more time. So we want to make another pole, and as you can see, we need some cables for that. So let's see what we need for our cables. We need more wires. As you can see, we haven't had to run out to our copper for a little bit, but we are going to be using quite a bit more, especially as we start getting our power grid going. But we will need more copper for a lot of other sources here. Alright, so we should be good here. We're actually going to build this quite a bit over here because I know I'm going to be bringing power out to... Can't afford. Can't afford? What do I need? I have the cables. What am I missing? Now it's showing me what I need. It wasn't showing me everything. I am missing wire. Could have told me that the first time. That's alright. Wire's really quick. And I have all of it. Boom. Done. Don't tell me what to do. Again, I'm gonna come over here. Not gonna extend this too far. So I got my next tower here. What I can do. Oops. Wrong button. Alright. And again, I am missing cable. One of these trips, I will get this right. That's right, I needed the cable, so I used up all my wire and made the cable. And then I needed the wire. I think that's what happened. So we're just going to hold on to some more wire, knowing that we often do need it. Alright. So we got our power. Come on, stop playing with me. Okay, I thought we had the cable. I lied, guys. I lied. I'm not going to learn my lesson anytime soon. That's what I get for trying to do 2 things at once. Alright. Cable. God, I probably need wire again. No, definitely just need the cable. There we go. Alright. Oh, I do need the wire. Why is it telling me I need the wire? I don't need the wire. From this unit, I want to There we go. See, it's giving me all sorts of trouble. We had everything we needed. Alright, so now that's powered up, ready to go. It's gonna start doing its thing, even though it has nowhere to put it. So just like before, it could hold enough here. So it takes a minute to get going, but it's going now. So it could hold 100 here, just like the mini unit can. So it's gonna get us our ore right away. But we do have quite a bit of ore. So we're gonna let that kind of do its thing. We need some plates for the conveyor belt. And I really should just set up another line for the plates. But I kind of wanted to do something different with this factory later on when I could combine conveyor belts, because I haven't played around with that. So I kind of wanted to kind of experiment with something there. So I was going to try to do something different where I combine this refinery with this one, this mining kit, and just kind of combine them into one belt. I do have these pretty close, so I don't know if that's really doable unless I take the conveyor belt over here, combine it, wrap it back around there. I probably didn't leave myself enough space, but not too worried about the logistics right now. I'll make it work. I don't care how efficient. So there we go. So there's our ore coming from our mining kit, going into our constructor, making our ingots. There's our ingots, and then coming down here, making our rods. We'll take them out before it fills up. Now we have a nice little assembly line. Our factory's taking shape. Everything is looking beautiful. Kind of the next process would be, like I said, get our other refinery going, get our plates going. Eventually we'll get more technology that would allow us to assemble them into more advanced machinery. Got our power grid going. We will be connecting our copper ore and then our limestone as well, and kind of getting them all into this unit. But this is basically what you're doing, and then you keep making things more efficient, because now I don't have to worry about my ore. It's coming out, it's being utilized. If I need it, I can take it off. I can shut this off so I can pull the raw ore if I needed it. Otherwise, there's my ingots that I pretty much need for everything, so I would probably turn that one off so I could get my ingots and pull that out. But now I don't have to worry about keep running over there and collecting it like I do for my copper ore. So that's going to be the kind of the next thing. Get my copper ore in the same situation where it's collecting it itself. Same with my limestone. And then ultimately I could just have it on a conveyor belt and bring it to me, or I could just kind of set up its own factory over here to put together my copper wiring and whatever else I need. And then but as I get more efficient with my production line, the demand for the materials also increases. There's always something more complex, and I've only scratched the surface. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are excited about this game. I'm excited about this. I've played a little of the Factorio, not related to this game, but definitely inspired this game to build a factory in a three-dimensional world, first-person shooter style. So this is only scratching the surface of what this game offers, the technology that's available, the weapons you get, the tools you get. We haven't gotten to vehicles, so there's a lot to this game, and based off of what I've seen so far, they've done an amazing job. I'm going to keep improving this factory while I have the access this weekend. I'll probably try to pump out another video, but we'll see. At least for now, I'm excited to see what's in store when it does hit open alpha in about another week, I believe is the plan. So it's looking really great. I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy the videos. Please subscribe, like the video, let me know what you think of it. Are you guys excited about this? Until next time, I'm out. I'm Kruxn. I'll see you guys next time. Laters.